Warning. This channel features sarcasm and jokes. If you are offended by anything, we do not care.
So, in Chess960, the back row is all shuffled. The only rules are the bishops are on opposite colors, and the king has to be between the rooks. So the king could be here, right? King could be there. There's a rook there. Okay. My opponent plays d4. So let me find the knight first. Okay, I have a knight here. And somewhere here. Which means he has a knight. And he moved it there. Where's my other knight? Maybe it's here. No. Here. No, it's a corner. My knights are there. And I just went knight d6. Okay. So I played h6. I don't know what pieces are where yet. If this moves here, okay, c3. That could be a bishop. So if I was trying to do that, that could be a bishop, so I have to be careful. I'm gonna go b5. I don't know what's here yet. All right, e4. So something must be guarding that, right? This is a rook, a queen, or a bishop, is what it is. E4 is good though. That probably okay. Thanks, Bob. We're in the middle of okay. That can't okay. This is a rook because it can't move diagonally. So this is a rook. That's a knight. That's a knight. Which means this cannot be a rook. This is a diagonal piece. I move my knight there. I move my pawn there. I'm gonna play. This could be a rook. I don't know. I'm gonna play a6 for now. Just guard my pawn. Okay. I mean, I have notation, so I guess just full disclosure. So bishop, knight, knight, rook, which means one of these two is a bishop. Because the bishop has to be opposite color. I played b5, knight d6, h6. My opponent went knight f3, so maybe I'll play g5. I don't know if my king is here or not. I have a knight, a pawn, a pawn. That's my setup. White has this, 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 this. I'm trying to go for some flank play, and maybe I'll put my knight behind my pawn, which is always a good little idea. That attacks my knight. I know that that's a bishop. Yeah, I should have played e6. And I don't know if that is covered enough. So I think I'm gonna play knight c4. All I know about this move is that that could be a queen. I don't actually know that. So two pieces see that? Okay. That is a queen. All right, I lost the pawn, but I got some info. So now I know that's a knight, that's a bishop. This is a queen. That's a knight, that's a rook. Which means one of these two is the king. Because technically it could be king, rook, bishop. King, bishop, rook. The king could also be here. This could be a bishop and that could be a rook. I have some info, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of info. And that could be hanging. So I think a safe move could be... So that's a rook. So that's a rook. So rook, bishop, bishop, knight, knight, rook, queen, king. Okay, wow. So this is a rook. It's defending the pawn, so that's not a threat. This is a bishop, this is a bishop. White has this, queen, knight. My king is in the center. Wow, my king is in the center. Because if this is a rook, this has to be a bishop. Because we know that those two are not bishops. The bishop defends, bishop defends. Rook. For now, I'm just gonna move my... This is all defended, right? And my king is in the center somewhere. Bishop, bishop, king. So this is a good move. Yeah. Yeah. There is nothing here because I'm defended, but my king is in the center. So by putting my bishops out, I actually could castle. C cannot be the king. Knight g3. All right, so now there are two knights, this, and a queen on c4. And my opponent, I guess, is trying to castle with their king to that side. My bishop is there. To go here. Now there is en passant. You guys see that? You guys see the blindfold en passant that my opponent can play? They don't. They play queen b3, which targets my bishop, which is not protected because I have a king here. However, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide my king over one square. So I'm defending my bishop, and my bishop here is gonna go here, and then I'll move my rook over. So I kinda did an ugly castle, but it's okay. And the center is locked, which I think will serve me well in the art of trying to make a comeback. Is opponent blindfolded too? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, we made sure of that, absolutely. I kind of want to do a total lockdown of the position, so I'm gonna play e6. So now my queen has vision. My queen has opened up a little bit. I'm a pawn down, but it was worth it. I think I got a lot of information. Knight h5. So my opponent is trying to go here. I have a queen, I have a rook, I have a knight. So if this lands here, they will be attacking my rook, and they can move the knight to d7, but I am defending that. So I think I'm gonna go knight here. I mean, knight f6 is quite unpleasant, but I've lived through worse, I feel like. Yeah. Now rook g7 I think is stupid, so I'm just gonna keep my rook in the back rank. And yeah, I mean, this is possible, but it's not a good move. I think my opponent's gonna go here and try to cheese me. This is actually just GG, which is kind of funny. I gotta get rid of this knight though, it's very powerful. Too hard to follow? That's okay. Just enjoy. Just enjoy the show, you know? Am I allowed to check the past moves? I don't need to check the past moves. Check past moves. What do you think I am? My opponent like 2,000, by the way. This guy plays a lot of 960. I feel like I'm playing a 2000 rated player in Blindfold. G3. That move does nothing. What? So my opponent's developed all his pieces. He developed both knights, his bishop. Right now my opponent just has a king and the rooks. There's a king there, rook there, and a rook there. I don't really know... Or, sorry, rook there. I don't know why my opponent's not castling, but I guess he's just trying to make it confusing for me. Beating a national chess master? I'm in the middle of playing Blindfolded 960. I mean, come on, Gabe. Gabe, I just beat him. With a stick, preferably. Okay. A5. The center is locked. The move G3 doesn't do a whole lot. So I feel like now's a good moment. I should have went here. And then there. That's what I should have done. Yeah, to try to get... But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to instigate with my pawn because my rook is behind my pawn. Like I do have some good support. Also, I still have my c pawn, which could be useful to attack the center. Not right now because white's center is really strong. But with no queens, actually, I think c5 is not bad because my bishop and my knight will team up on the e5 pawn. But I can't trade too many pieces. But I actually c5 is not bad because this move also weakened that. So that's not guarded right now. So if that opens up, I could get this move, which is why a queen trade would be quite nice. But I would not recommend you playing. Okay, my opponent played short castle, so now there's 0-0, which leaves this rook, and I'm gonna play a4. So my rook is defending my pawn, which is attacking the queen, and the queen could slide forward. I think. I mean, it's safe, but. We'll see. I think the queen's gonna go here. I think opponent is gonna go here, hoping I do this, and walking into that. I will not be doing that. But, okay, they go back actually. Oh my God. Guys. After my book just got here. Guys, my book just got here. My book is here. When this game is done, I'm gonna go get my book. You guys are gonna see the first ever printed copy of my book. First ever. It's not even out yet. The very first, hot off the press, sent to me. Book reveal on stream. That's mad hype. Okay, anyway, queen c2. So there's this big setup. I have pawns on d5 and e6. So the queen is looking at my knight. But it's not hanging because I have a pawn on f7. Oh, it's a really locked position. It's actually very difficult to visualize. Now might be the moment. I might have to go for this, but it's very dangerous. My king is still there. Yay. Might lose this game. It's a very tough position to play, and my opponent's gonna play b3 next probably. 3 is quite inconvenient. 97, b3, knight f5 takes. 93 takes. I'm just not fast enough. Okay, I'm gonna play knight e7. My idea is to go here. This is locked. And I don't want to push this yet. I think protecting my king is more important. If b3, I'm gonna play a3. I'm gonna keep the position closed. Like I can't let. Ooh, g4 might be a step in the wrong direction actually. g4. I don't like the move g4. I don't like it. I'm not saying it's like a very bad move, but it's definitely not. Do I play c5 now? How do I do this? 5, knight h5. Let's go knight g8. Trying to get rid of this knight. It's a very annoying knight. Trying to trade the knight off. I'm doing my best. If I can get rid of that knight, we're making a little bit of progress. Not a lot of progress, but enough progress. Wow, this is very difficult. Also, this person might be stream sniping, so like I'm saying all the things out loud. No, I gotta focus. I didn't like G4 because my opponent castled that way. G4 is a very arrogant move, very disrespectful of my position. But I'm much worse. I mean, I'm much worse. I shouldn't. Okay, I'm not much worse after that move. After that move, I'm definitely not much worse anymore. My queen. So opponent's castled this way. The reason why what my opponent did was bad is because they don't get knight mobility now. They play b3, which is what I was expecting. But I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna go here. And this is trying to destabilize my queen side because my king is there. But this move is offering a queen trade. And the way my opponent played this is that they're going to have a pretty decent setup over here, but I'm going to be quite happy. And I'm going to put my rook on the file, maybe. I can pre-move this. And I'm only a pawn down, but I should be able to save the endgame. I should be able to save the endgame. And with no pieces on the with no queen on the queen side, my king is going to feel much safer, and my bishops are going to be really good because most of my opponent's pawns are on dark squares. My opponent has h2, f2, e5, d4, c3. So and a move ago was also okay. Queen D, that's a really bad move. Queen d2. That's a really bad move. Because now I have a fork. I'm threatening this and this. Threatening this and this. And not stop me from winning my pawn back. Yeah, now they have to play queen e2. But now I have queen g4 check and bishop a6. And I'm pinning the queen to the rook. And then c4, this is forced. And then I do this, right? I do this, right? BC. Now I can already take, but I have this move. And I'm hitting the knight, and I think it's just resigns. It's just resigns. This is the only move. And I just take, and I just keep smashing on the light squares. Yeah, I just go here, and my king is still completely safe. I think the only chance my opponent has is to defensively sacrifice, maybe. To try to. But do I even have to do anything about that? Maybe I should play bishop c6. Oh, but the position opened up, so now I have to really focus. The position is really open now. So the B file is open for white. My pawn is on a4. White can play e6, but I have a pawn on f7. d5 and c4 were both played. Rook g1 is probably the best move. I'll play rook g1 here if I was white. Because that, I don't know, then I have to move my queen. But I'm not white, so I am, but it's not over though. Game's definitely not over. White's king is pretty safe. White's king is pretty safe. Not over, but the good news is I know where all my pieces are. Okay, rook g1 on the board. Can I play... this move? Queen takes c4. If take, this hits this. If this, then this. And if this, then I take and it's a fork. Queen c4 was a clutch move by me. Now I'm 2 pawns up, stripping the defenses of the white position. Rook on a1. Yeah, it's a very tough position for white. Knight d4 maybe, but then take d4 is still winning. Actually, that's really winning, d4. Maybe queen d1 is the only move. And then I play d4 anyway. Bishop takes. And then I can even play rook d8 there. It should be completely crushing. Wow, that's beautiful. Rook d8, pin on f3 on the knight. Take the bishop, take the knight. Clean up. Wow. White's pawn is still on e5. And then after the game, I'm going to take an inventory of the position. I'm going to tell you where all the pieces are. Hopefully. Hopefully successfully. Yeah, queen c4 is a really nice move. Queen c4 is a nice move because if take, my bishop opens to hit this knight, which is not guarded by anything, and it can only be protected by the rook or the king. And I have a pawn on g5 from the early opening, so I can play g4 hitting the knight with my bishop to the pin. And if rook takes, then it stops guarding the knight, so I'll play bishop takes f3. So it's winning if they trade queens, but it's winning even if they don't trade queens, because the move queen c4 is a tempo move. So I threaten white's queen, and at any moment I'm ready to move this pawn either diagonally or forward, opening up the attack like this. So no matter what my opponent does, they are going to suffer a major material loss right now. Queen d1 is what I said. Now I could return back, but I really like the move d4 now, which I think is a really nice move. Now my bishop is officially pinning. The pawn's gone. It's a clearance move. If queen takes, I have bishop takes. If bishop takes, I have bishop takes, queen takes, but that fails because queen takes my rook. So before I do that, when the bishop takes, what I am going to do is I am going to play rook d8, pinning the bishop to the queen. And since the queen has to guard the knight and the bishop, the queen is overloaded. The queen is unable to deal with that, so I'm threatening rook takes d4. And then there's some fun lines like rook c1, rook d4, rook c4, rook d1, bishop f3, and it's a fork, and I end the game up 2 pieces. So yeah, d4 is a really nice clearance move to fight on the light squares. Rook to g4. Oh, that's a nice move. That's a nice move. I didn't see that. So this is pinning me here. I mean, it's not like winning or anything, but it's a cool move. Unfortunately, I think it just fails. But I have to act now, probably. I don't think I can stay patient. I think I have to probably play something like queen d5, unless I'm just missing something. Is there a tactic of some sort? No, rook takes d4 is a pretty serious threat. Rook d8, king g1, de. Yeah, I think I'll just go queen d5 probably, and then rook d4, queen f3. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. Let's just play queen d5. Now I am unpinned, and this has too many threats. So rook d4, queen takes, take, king g1. And then I can always just play bishop a7. I can just trade into a piece up endgame, but I also have rook d. I think I'll play bishop a7 because my bishop is so passive. So I will hit the rook and then I'll hit the bishop. I'll trade the bishop and that will make things much easier because white will only be down to 2 rooks, and rooks are much easier to keep track of in blindfold. So I think that's what I'll do. I could play bishop takes f3 and take the rook. No, I couldn't have. What are you even arguing with me? The rook is here. What are you talking about? I'm blindfolded and I know what's going on. Come on. Rook takes d4. Queen takes f3. Bishop takes f3. And like I said, I think just the... Oh, wait a minute. Bishop here, rook takes a4. Bishop e3, rook a8, and then I guess I have bishop takes a8. Okay. That will make the game very simple, but I don't want to lose my pawn. I'm kind of greedy, so maybe I just play rook d8. But you know what? I don't think I can lose that endgame. But there's no point losing a pawn, right? I mean, that's so silly. Why would I just give a pawn away for no reason? Okay, 4. Rook d8. Yeah, let's just play rook d8. Let's just go rook d8. So right now it's king g1, pawn h2, pawn f2, bishop e3, rook d4, pawn on e5. Pawn a2, rook a1. That's white's position. I have bishop f3, h6, g5, f7, c7, a4, rook d8, bishop b8, king c8, rook a8, and bishop. Except this bishop. I'm playing rook d8 because I don't want to lose my pawn on a4. I realize that if I put my bishop in front of my rook, the rook is still attacking that pawn, which I placed there a long time ago to attack the queen to push it out this way. And I didn't want to do that. Rook c1. That doesn't do anything. So I will just trade the rook. I will just play bishop a7, right? I mean, bishop a7. Okay, the rook sees my pawn, but my king is defending. And I can always play g4. That's the nice thing about my position. I can always play g4. Okay, bishop c3. Doesn't want to trade rooks. Understandable. Have a nice day. Guess I can take the open file. Maybe just g4 now. See anything wrong with this move? I like just the thought of anchoring my bishop there for good. My bishop on a7 is very strong. The rook on c1 is blocked. There's no way to infiltrate from my opponent. I probably should have played like a king f1. How do I get into white's position? I have an idea. I'm gonna play rook b8. I'm gonna play a3 and rook b2. That's gonna be very nice. I'm gonna blindfold sacrifice my rook. Or I can just play bishop to e4 and rook b1. That also wins. But it's important for me to put my pawns on light squares because my opponent has a dark squared bishop. So. Don't resign. By the way, please don't resign. Bishop a5. Threatening my pawn. Rook c7 is a devastating threat. So I'm going to play bishop b6, re-offering the exchange of bishops, which my opponent's not going to accept. And now the bishop is hanging. So I can play something like bishop to e3, I think, which attacks the rook. I can also play bishop takes f2, and I can also play bishop d4, which attacks this, but then there's bishop d6, which I don't like. So, I'm gonna play bishop e3, rook b1. Maybe there's also rook c4 stuff. Yeah, let's just take on f2. Nice. Now I've gotten rid of the bishop. And it's just a very easy winning endgame. And the good news is, all files are covered. White has a pawn here, which blocks the e file. I have a pawn h3. It's a very clever move. Very clever. Trying to get me to take, so I lose my bishop. I have rook b2, king g3, rook g2. It's getting a little bit dank. Okay, I'm gonna play h5. I'm just gonna defend my pawn. You can't have my stuff. Rook c2. I wanna play a3. I wanna play rook here. If rook c3, I have check, and then I win the pawn on a2. H takes g4. Oh, this is game over. Rook b2. Rook b2 is GG. Because I'm getting a queen. Before I get a queen, I'm not gonna let him take my pawn. Or my bishop. He's gonna play e6. I'm gonna take that too. And then I'm gonna promote. I have a queen. All right. King on f4. My opponent has no pawns left. So I have to make sure I don't stalemate. So I'm gonna play queen. I'm gonna play queen e1. And then the question is king g5? Move my h-pawn. Move my h-pawn, and I don't have a dark square bishop, so this is not a stalemate because of king g5. This is not a stalemate because he can take my bishop. Ah, he has an a-pawn. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, great. Check. And wherever you move, it's mate. Oh! Oh! Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. That was one of the cooler things that I've done. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that might be worth more than 40 gifted subs. Blindfold Chess960, and I played 50 moves blindfolded. You meant literal blindfold? Oh. So you were unsatisfied with that? No compromise. Just don't give anything. It's okay. That's... I think he's winning on the technicality of I had notation, so I knew that this was a bishop. It's okay. Thank you, quite possible. There you go. There you go. It's all right. It's okay. That was pretty good. I played that game fair and square. The only time that I knew a piece moved was the bishop. I suppose you could argue that I was not supposed to know that, but what was my accuracy? 88. Damn, my head hurts. Woo. That was tough. That was tough. It's all right. It's all right. Why would he push the pawn over taking your bishop? Because he was trying to sneak a pawn in. I appreciate it. Guys, please do not feel you do not need to give. It's fine. It's going to be good content. If you feel like I violated the agreement, it's not paid content. You don't need to donate. You don't have to stop. Okay, so in the beginning, I was trying to figure out where my knights were. I did. What I should have done when he played e4 is I should have anticipated this. Oh, in the beginning I said this might be a rook defending this, but I should have realized this was a bishop. This wasn't a very good move. I mean, I was just doing some stuff. I tried to go here. I realized that was a rook. I should have went e6 because it would have allowed me to go knight f5. Jesus, I can't even look at a chessboard right now. Oh man, I need a rest. 1v1 rapid for 5 subs? No, but you can just gift the subs. Any thoughts about Agad? What are y'all talking about? Thank you. You don't need to gift anything. Jesus. I have a headache. Anytime I play Blindfold, I get like very tired afterward. I'm gonna need another coffee. Do I work at Chess960? No, I've never heard of that in my life. What is Chess960? So yeah, I should have went e6 because otherwise I just got myself in a really bad position. They definitely should not have taken. This was not a good move. You probably should have played b3. I mean, it's probably the top computer move. It's not. It's not the top computer move. Oh my goodness, they're still going. All right, well, you all then. You can just keep donating, all right? Thank you. Will I post another video of the World Championship? Yes. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the idea. I haven't played Blindfold in a long time on stream because it's not that fun for people. Yeah, I don't know. You guys, there was something. My middle game accuracy was 92%. Yeah, this was not a good move. I don't think my opponent should have given me the light scored bishop, even for the cost of a pawn. This was okay. I should have probably played knight g6. This was a bad move. But I had a feeling that if I managed to lock the center, I would win this game in the long run. But this was not a good move, and this was also not a good move because it allowed this. So my opponent played very well here. I should have played like knight g6 and f6. I should not have played d5 e6. And then... No, I'm not going to post a video called I didn't get scammed. You guys are donating out of the goodness of your heart. And also, you're extremely impressed with my good looks. It's like when I play a Botez or Anna Kramling, you guys are like, wow, it's the most beautiful chess player in the world. And Andrea Botez. 1v1 rapid for 10 subs? No, but if you ask again, I'll permanently ban you. I won't unban you, and I'll tell your parents. This allowed this. Yeah, this was great. This was the opponent's biggest advantage of the game. Now if White just castles and slowly expands over here, I should die. I think a5 was a good move. Yeah, a5 was fine. a4 was good. And then, yeah, to try to trade the knight was my best plan. This was a terrible move. This was... You should not be playing here. I mean, I have no king here, so you should definitely not be playing here. And this was also a very bad move because this just... Like, White should be trying to get me to do this to play knight e5. But... if that happens, I was going to go here, and then I would be down a couple pawns, but I would just go balls to the wall and just... So, oh wow, that dude actually asked again. That's pretty wild. Hold on, I gotta ban him. I said I was gonna ban, so now I gotta ban. There we go. Yeah, this was kind of cool. This shows you the power of bishops and opposite side castling. But this was not good. And then here, yeah, queen g6. Nice move. Okay, computer is claiming it's the best move. And then when I put it on the board, it's an inaccuracy because the actual analysis and game review are at different depths. But the point is that I was doing this. And then I was going to go here and I was going to play this endgame with the two bishops. But this is a huge mistake. And then, yeah, from here, he should have not taken back. He did. And then here, this is the only move. And here, you in this position, you have to play rook b1. Yeah, which is what I said. You have to sack the rook for the bishop. It's the only way. By going here, I have way too many tactics. Queen d5 was right. Rook d8 was probably right. Yeah, here, if bishop a7, there's rook a4. which is still winning, but, and then, yep. I trade. This is a nice move because the bishop is unguarded, and then if bishop d6, I have this move. Straightforward. A3, rook b2, anchor my rook. How many got gifted? I think in total 50 or 60. Yeah, wow. Crazy, I played that blind. I'm so tired. Wow. Yeah, the major strategic mistake White made was getting rid of the light squared bishop too early because White had a bunch of pawns on dark squares. I made a big strategic mistake too, which was blocking my bishops, which allowed knight f6. Then White made a very big strategic mistake, which was playing g4 and taking in a way that traded incorrectly, and then, yeah, I won on the light squares. I won on the light squares. Wow, that f***ing hard. All right, if anything, better click subscribe and subscribe for free with Prime, because if you're not subbing for absolutely free, I just played 50 moves blindfolded with a shuffled back row of pieces. Any of your other favorite streamers doing that? I don't think so. Except Hikaru, but he's one of the best, he's top 2 chess player in the world, so he doesn't count.